Hey YouTube, welcome back to Dwayne's World. So finally it's here. Finally, it's part 3 of the perennial rye overseeding project on my front lawn. You want to find out how we're going to wrap it up? It's going to be a good one. You better stay tuned. Alright guys, so there she is. The overseeded perennial rye. Right now I would say it's probably been about 3 weeks since the second overseeding. So definitely happy with the result. Now I did do one mow with the rotary mow a little over a week ago, but the grass now has definitely thickened up. So I think it's absolutely ready for the California trimmer. So we're going to see how well it does. Now the sun isn't fully on the front of my house here, so I don't think I'm going to get very good stripe action at the moment. But at the same time, I'm very excited to see how the California trimmer is going to do on the perennial rye. And with that, let's get her mow on. All right guys, so where I currently have my mower set is 1 notch lowered in the highest setting, which I believe is 1 1/8 inches. We'll go ahead and start with that height of cut, and eventually I'll probably end up bringing it down. I think I'm going to probably be mowing somewhere between 7/8 and 1 inch as my final height of cut on the perennial rye. And with that, let's get her mow on. So first mow officially over. Very, very exciting. I'm going to show you what it looks like here in just a moment, but I did lower the height of cut just slightly, just because when I did my first pass, not very much was coming off. So I went ahead and lowered it down 1 notch from where I showed you guys. So I think this is closer to the 1 inch. Now, I may drop it down eventually even a little bit more, but at the same time, it definitely is looking good. Let me show you. All right, so there she is. And I got to tell you, I did not think I was going to be getting any stripe action. But, as you guys can see here, I guess that's the main difference between Bermuda and perennial rye is perennial rye doesn't even need sun in order to show stripe action. So it definitely looks great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a double cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut it one more time in an opposite direction, and we'll see what it looks like. But cannot complain about the way the lawn looks. There she is. Went ahead and laid these stripes this way, as you guys can tell there. They're coming through, but not as vibrantly as the other stripes going the opposite direction. But those stripes that I first ran are absolutely still visible. It's definitely looking great. Cannot complain about this first mow. All right, I gotta tell you, it feels great. It feels great for a couple different reasons. The first thing is because now I can say we're done with this overseeding project. And that just feels awesome. But what feels equally, if not better, is that stripe action. I have not had stripes like that on my lawn in I don't know how long. And I'm very proud to be able to say that we are now dominating the neighborhood. And that includes all the people that have overseeded even weeks prior to me. So I can't even imagine what it's going to look like when the grass seed really thickens up, because right now it is very thin. You know, like I mentioned, it is only about 3 weeks since I overseeded with that second batch. And it's only going to get better. And I cannot wait for that. So after all that, you may be asking, well, Dwayne, was it worth it? Well, I think we have to wait a little bit. All right, and the reason why I say we have to wait to be able to answer that question is because of the transition time between the perennial rye and the Bermuda. Now, to do it right, which I will do it right this year, is we are going to spray out the lawn. And that'll probably happen around the month of March. But for others, I can see why they choose not to do that, because it probably looks its best. And it's hard to put any type of herbicide or to kill off a lawn that is looking phenomenal, you know, during that time of year. But I know what's best for the Bermuda, and what's best for the Bermuda is to be able to kill off that competing turf, which we'll absolutely do. So we'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. But for right now, I absolutely would say it was worth it based on that stripe action. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, be excellent and party on.